It's 7:40. Let's do this. Merry Christmas, Hampton Roads. Merry Christmas, Northeast North Carolina. My name is David Aldrich, and you're watching First Warning Live, which we focus on all things weather sponsored by Marco's Pizza because we get hungry from time to time. You like it so far? You're not going to do a whole live stream like this, right? No, of course not. I'm not going to do that. That would be mean. That would be cruel. But I can tell you, we turn on the lights real quick. There it is. So we got the lights on. But if I could get you in the holiday spirit, we are just a couple of days from a big holiday known as Christmas. And I don't know if you were expecting George Bailey. It's like, no, listen here. No, what you want to do is, now the first step is the most important step there is. All you have to do is focus on It's a Wonderful Life. It'll be on TV everywhere, I'm sure, by tomorrow night. But I got to get to the weather. That's why I'm here. I know that most of the building is vacated. They're already on vacation. I understand that. But find out, that's why you're here, I hope. Find out why Christmas Eve could be the best looking day of the week. Oh, that's pretty bold to assume that, but we did get some rain this morning. I can go ahead and preview for you why tomorrow's going to look great. It's not because of all the toys and the gifts under the tree. No, it's because the sun's going to be shining. It's going to be about 57. We got up to 56 today in Norfolk. I think we'll be about 57 tomorrow. So mid to upper 50s seems pretty reasonable. I think many of us will be there by tomorrow afternoon with ample sunshine. Now, if we see some extra clouds, they're likely to come toward the evening hours. So just wanted to give you a heads up there. By the way, is that Rudolph? I think that is Rudolph. And if I come back on camera for a second, some of you might be thinking, I don't really get excited about the holidays or what have you. I always say you always have a gift. And the gift is the day, right? Every day is a gift. So whether Rudolph and Santa Claus bring you everything that you want or doesn't, it's okay. It's okay. We're just 2 days away from Christmas. And I can tell you that this morning was very, very sloppy, very, very wet, but the quantity wasn't maybe off the chart. This is a 12-hour review. Could we do more than 12 hours? I guess I could. I could go back. Let's go 18. Let's go back 18 hours. So if you go back 18 hours before this thing even started this morning, what time did it start in your neighborhood? Let's look at the clock. 2 a.m., 3, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. It was a little sloppy this morning. And if you thought it was gloomy, you were correct. If you thought it was cloudy, you were correct. If it was rainy, but that's not how the day ended. This is kind of like, a metaphor for life, right? Just because it's cloudy and rainy to start doesn't mean that's how it finishes. So even if this holiday hasn't lived up to your expectations, weather-wise or any otherwise, I can tell you it's okay. It's bound to get better because tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another gift. Speaking of gifts, Marco is my sponsor. Would love to give you half off your pizza. And during this live stream, this very live stream, at the top of the hour, I'm going to be announcing the winners. We're giving away free pizza. But even if you don't win free pizza, you still get 50% for putting up with my antics today. WTKR 50. WTKR, that's our call letters, and 50 would be what you would need to promote or put in the promo code in the checkout at marcos.com. Now, to be fair, there are only 6 locations that participate with the 50% off pizza. There's 3 in Virginia Beach, 2 in Chesapeake, 1 in Norfolk. And if you win free pizza, these are the 6 locations that you would have to redeem it. But if you want to get in on the free pizza drawing, because it's totally randomized, all you have to do is register one time. Go to WTKR.com. That's our webpage. /Marcos. Takes no more than a minute or two. And once you do it once, you don't have to keep redoing it. But we are going to be giving away this pizza for a year certificate. And I love the fact that I got the winner on last night. His name is Lynn Old. He's one of the people who's left comments before. I'm going to fly back in here because I think it's kind of noteworthy that he said, I got this certificate that you just posted. It's for real fans. When I get back from vacation, I'll be eating more pizza while being thankful for being picked. See, Lynn's grateful. I love the fact that, I don't know, Lynn's just been a commenter on the Facebook live stream and that he won free pizza. So what that means for him is that he's going to get, and maybe you, if you're winning tonight, you're going to get 1 free pizza in December, and then you would get 1 in January through November of 2026. That's 1 large, 1 topping, every month for free. That's a pretty sweet deal. That can really alleviate some of that pizza budget that you might, maybe you eat pizza once a week, once a month, whatever. With the family, it could go a long way. So I encourage you to put your name in the drawing. Pizzoli, you can get half off. The Pepperoni Magnifico, half off if you use WTKR 50. But you might be surprised. They also have some things I have not talked much about. since yesterday. The subs. They've got a steak and cheese, a chicken club, Italiano sub. They also have a great meatball sub, ham and cheese. You could get this for half off tonight if money is short. And after all the gift buying, maybe you are short on cash. Cinesquares, chocolate Cinesquares if you want dessert. Let some air out of your tire. Have some double chocolate brownie at half off. All you have to do, again, is use the promo code WTKR50. All right, getting back to the rain. I know this is not what you expected, all this rain to be in the morning, and then it was like a whole other day. By about 1:15, because I was looking out the window, 1:15 here at the station, suddenly the sun was out. I could see blue sky. Could you see blue sky around 1:15? Or maybe it was sooner for you. Maybe it was later. But either way, you had a sunny finish. There's no getting around that. But I am kind of curious to know what you have planned for the holiday. This is a short week. This is the second live stream of the week for me, and I'll be off the next couple of days. So this is my one chance to play it up, as it were, and to enjoy some of the fun comments that might be coming in. I see a few have just trickled in. I got a note from my friend Marilyn Bell. She's on here. She's saying hello, Merry Christmas, David, and everyone. As she is on here. There she is. Merry Christmas, David, and we're glad to have you here, Marilyn. I got Taj Brown, whose birthday was it last week. He said, hey, my birthday was gloomy. Didn't last all day, though. No, it didn't. And then there's something, a silver lining in the clouds. You know how that goes. There's always something that you could be thankful for. I think we're predispositioned to think the glass is half full. But it's really half empty. Or is it the other way around? Half empty, half full. Be optimistic. It's half full, David. Come on. Let's be real. Nobody wants to be Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. Or maybe you do. But anyway, this is the rain that we had this morning, and then voila, right around 1:15 in Norfolk, it cleared out. How much rain did you get? Because it really wasn't that much. 900s, I'm looking at Manio. I'm looking at Roanoke Island. 900, not even a tenth of an inch. That was probably one of the bigger totals. If you look at Portsmouth, you had 500s, and if you were in Norfolk, it was 600s. Edenton, Chesapeake came in at 0.08. Really wasn't a lot of rain, but I just thought I'd share that with you. It was beneficial all the same. Now, I got some beautiful holiday lights along the ocean front. There's so many things going on. I got some notes here really quick as I'm going to get to these headlines. But I wanted you to know, if you don't get to the ocean front by Christmas, it's okay. The Winter Lantern Festival in Williamsburg, the Jamestown settlement, they go until January 4th. So don't let the stress, we got to do this, or I got to do this. If you're feeling that, take a deep breath. Christmas Town at Busch Gardens, they have their displays up until the 4th of January. Who else? Celebration and Lights, Newport News, they're up until the 1st of January. Of course, Winterfest through December 31st. I love that. Did some great little Facebook pictures on that last Saturday. Hope you'll check them out. But I have to focus on the weather now. I know that there's not a lot going on in the next 24 hours, so I just put a little mathematical equation here. I said Christmas Eve equals, you like my mathematics, equals sunshine. That's easy to remember, but guess what? Christmas Day, we're going to replace the sunshine with clouds. Everybody's going to get clouds. Now, some of you will get some showers, and based on some modeling, you might get quite a bit of rain. Maybe, this is what's going to maybe blow your mind, maybe you'll get more rain on Christmas than you got today. You're making my brain hurt, Aldrich. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that the models are not in agreement for something that's just 1-2 days away. It's not often that happens, but when it's related to snow, people want to pull their hair out in the forecast or weather community because they like to be certain. And sometimes, even with rain, the timing can be changeable and the amount can be changeable. So we're going to look at several models on the rain for Christmas morning and the implications thereof. So just remember, both Christmas Eve, Christmas Day are going to be in the 50s. And Friday, I don't know how to describe Friday. Friday's what, gift card exchange day? I'm gonna spend my gift cards, the new ones I got, and I'm going to exchange the Christmas sweater that doesn't fit all that well. Maybe that's what you do on Friday. But either way, no matter what you're doing, expect more showers on Friday, and maybe even more rain Friday than what you get on Christmas Day. It's just kind of a weird situation, but every little change or every little nuance that changes in the data and the fronts and their timing can have a different outcome or different output. High pressure is centered right now in southern Georgia and Alabama. And you can see there's a front that's draped across areas not far from Huntington, West Virginia, all the way through central Pennsylvania. So the rainfall forecast, this is the most aggressive. If you look at this, suddenly you're going to say the glass is half full. Boo! I don't want to have rain on Christmas. It's a wet Christmas, not a white Christmas. We could go down that road and rabbit hole all day. But this is the worst case scenario of all the models I can find, of all the breakfast cereals I can find at the grocery store, I think I found the one that gives the complete breakfast. See what I'm saying? There are as many models as there are breakfast cereals at a grocery store. But this one seems to be the popular one, GFS. It's an American model, but it suggests 1/3 of an inch. Now, if we conversely show you the European model, not much at all. Maybe a little trace. Doesn't even populate the rain gauges. It shows green on the map. It shows that maybe it tried to rain, but maybe it dried up. Maybe some of it was virga. But there's a big difference, David, between 0.3 from this GFS model and then nothing on the European model. Well, does it taste great, less filling? I mean, you like this rain, you don't like it. It's half full, half empty. You see how I brought that back around? That was by accident. So if the weather like today, go from rainy in the morning to sunny in the afternoon, this Christmas may very well be a little rainy in the morning, a few showers, and then actually break up. It's still going to be mostly cloudy. So my expectation is about a 30% chance of rain. So when I look at this, and it is a revised forecast, we have 59 for Christmas Day, but 57 tomorrow. So mostly sunny tomorrow, no worries there for travelers. If you have family still coming in from out of town, we welcome them. We appreciate them coming. But a few showers are expected on Christmas Day. I'm going to leave a 30% chance. 30% chance on Christmas, and then whatever you call a gift card exchange Friday, 40%. And then what we get over the weekend is 20-30 for Saturday, Sunday. 30% Sunday is going to be mainly late. I hope that makes sense. Just kind of trying to make it as succinct as I can, because to be honest with you, I mean, these models change, and they can change their tune. But right now, the GFS is certainly the soggiest solution of the bunch, and I can't discount it. I can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say, but I do think we're going to get some rain on Christmas. And hopefully it's out of here by the time you open your presents, open your gifts, and we can have just a mostly cloudy afternoon. But here's the Christmas Eve planner. Tomorrow, there could be some fog, a little bit, just a little bit of fog tomorrow morning. Sunshine, yes. Sun's up at 7:16, goes to bed at 4:54, and it's mostly sunny for the rest of the day. And then we'll add up a little more cloud cover tomorrow night, just in time for Santa to get inside his sleigh and deliver those toys. Now, lows this morning, I got times for you. It was at 12:49 in the morning. We dropped to 35 at 12:49 in the morning. It was just after midnight, right? But we did manage to make it up to 56, 1 minute before 4. It was at 3:59 p.m. We hit 56 degrees, and that was what was expected. I had a forecast of Norfolk of 56 degrees and tried to do my best to get you as close as can. So when I have a little bit of uncertainty on the quantity of rain, we still had rain chances. It just looks like it's a little more elevated on that GFS, so I don't want that to surprise you. It's time for some trivia, though. Speaking of Christmas, what is the warmest Christmas on record in Norfolk? Props to my senior meteorologist in the morning, Miles Henderson. He came up with this great question, coming by way of the National Weather Service of Wakefield. This is an A, B, or C. A, is it 69 degrees? B, 79 degrees? Or C, 89? What is the warmest Christmas on record in Norfolk? This is your chance to have your voice heard. If you have an opportunity to give me a comment, I will put it on the screen. I got a Taj Brown saying, thank you, I appreciate you, my friend. And I got Kim saying, enjoy my vacation. I'm not there yet. I'm still doing this live stream, Kim. I'm with you if you're with me, and I'm also on the 11 o'clock news. Would love to have you watch us there on the TV side. But going back to the trivia question, if you're watching, still watching, what was or is the warmest Christmas on record in Norfolk? Kim is guessing B. She is absolutely, without a doubt, 100% correct. Ooh, 79, 2015. Way to go, Kim. Very, very proud of that you got that right. We're about 7:53 at the top of the hour. I'm going to have some pizza winners, so hang with me there. But if you did get that right, that was just 10 years ago. And I take some good notes from the same group, the National Weather Service out of Wakefield. Did you know that Norfolk's coldest, if this is the glass half full, some people are like, yay, warm Christmas. Some are like, boo, I like cold Christmas. Do you know what the coldest Christmas was? It wasn't necessarily the snowiest. I got that here. I have that here. Oh, 1935, when people woke up, I mean, that's a long time ago. Well, it was 5 inches. But if you were like 65 or 66 years old, and you were born in 66, let's say, and you're 5 years old at that time, because you might be able to remember 4 inches, that's a long time ago too. Either way, but I can tell you the coldest one was 1983. Do you know what the high was in Norfolk on Christmas of 1983? What was that, Ronald Reagan era? 16. I mean, are you kidding me? The high was 16. High 16. That was pretty cold for Norfolk, coldest ever. And we already mentioned that the warmest was 79 in 2015. So it does ebb and flow. It's kind of like the tide. And we're going to see in a moment when I show you the 7-day, we are going to find more winter weather heading into the latter part of this month, and we don't have a lot of days left, into the early part of next month where snow might come back into the equation. Just like rain all of a sudden showed up on Christmas, maybe we start to see some snow around New Year's. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's the way weather works. That's why I'm fascinated by it. It's always changing. By the way, it's 7:55. Very grateful for all of you. Our current temperatures here at 7:55, some of these are going to be representative of the 8 o'clock numbers because they take them a few minutes before the top of the hour. It's 38 in Chesapeake. That looks like a pretty cold spot. Melfa, 38, 42 Franklin, while it is 54 in Edenton. Manio is 49, Kitty Hawk 51, and Williamsburg at 45. Low temperatures tonight should drop into the mid-40s, but don't be surprised if they rise a little bit after, say, midnight tonight. 47 in Windsor, 47 in Duck. Look for lows about 45 in Norfolk, 39 around the Melfa area, because they could rise. Temperature trend, 57 tomorrow, 59 on Christmas, but look how much cooler it is on Friday. And if it's even going to feel even colder, because if it's raining and it's 48, it's just going to be kind of, it's not going to feel the best. It'll cut through you a little bit. 55, 61. This is when we get all the way up to 61, and guess what happens? The rug gets pulled out. The rug gets pulled out from under us on Monday. Temperatures are going to fall. So we can enjoy a 61 or 60 degree day on Sunday, and then it's kind of like it goes back down. Some of you will be like thrilled about that. I have talked about the Arctic air, that it kind of lingers and how it can have some surprise Gomer Pyle experiences. When you have it rotating counterclockwise, if you get a sudden stratospheric warming event, which we have on its way, it can displace the winds. It can reverse the winds. And that in turn pushes it down here. And you go, I didn't see that coming. And neither did the models half the time. But they do have a delayed effect. Oftentimes when they do show signs of warming up, it can be about 30 to 40 days before it shows up. And I can show you about 30 days ago, by the time we get to the 1st of January, this was the 1st of December. This was like a neon sign flashing. It's like, it's really warm up here. It's really warm up here. James Bay, Lake Superior. That meant, hey, give me 30 days. I'm going to make a run toward Norfolk. And sure enough, we're going to see that happen, most likely on the 29th and 30th and 1st of the year, 30th of December and about maybe the 31st of December as well. We'll have to wait and see. But I can tell you there's going to be a lot of cold air as we round out this month. We haven't seen a whole lot in the 7-day. It really is day 6 and day 7. It really starts to take hold. Now, here's a great example. And I'm going to finish this and then pause to get into the pizza deliveries here with the certificates. But look at this cold air. If you look at the upper air pattern and stop it on Monday the 29th, that's when I have temperatures going doo-doo-doo. It goes really low. But if you think that's all there is, I mean, it's really cold, or will be, likely over Lake Ontario and upstate New York. But what if I were to take it a little bit further to the 1st of January where snow could play a role? Ooh, get your attention? That's why we call it first warning. Did I get your attention? There's going to be some other little spokes. Cold air. It's going to come down. And this has manifestations. It can be tied to the sudden stratospheric warming event that happened on December 1st. So I'm going to connect the dots for us. This is a direct result, if it verifies, to what we had on December 1st. And you might be thinking, where's the date on this? Over here. This is analysis. This is not a temperature forecast. This was actually what was observed about 10 or 11 miles up. And the stratosphere can be defined as that area between 6 miles and 31 miles. I'd like to just take about 10 or 11 miles up. It's sufficient for me, because if I see it warming there, give it 30 days, it'll eventually come down. And I think it will, and I think that's what we're beginning to see on this image behind me. As you can see, it's really starting to dip down. That's New Year's Day. Wouldn't it be cool to have a white New Year's Day? You might not get the white Christmas, but that's why I say glass can be half full or half empty and then half full. It just changes. It's the way it works. Sometimes that's the way it works. And then you can see this continues on with more opportunities for cold air. It just comes down one piece after another. But I do think this pattern will change for the warmer as we head toward Dr. King Day. Martin Luther King Day is the 19th of January. I think after that, we may say goodbye, winter, at least the worst of it, because even today's latest sudden stratospheric warming shows it's not as warm aloft. So you're going to have a hard time tapping into cold air. It's just not as cold. So it's going to be more moderate, temperate, whatever you want to call it. I don't think winter is going to have as much of a punch as it had on the front end of it. That's kind of what I've been saying since Halloween. Anyone who's watched this stream of any longevity knows exactly. It's been since Halloween. I've been talking about that. All right, it's time now for pizza. Let's get a pizza winner out there. We're going to give away, how are we going to do this? We're going to do 10 individual pizzas. So the first 10 will go to individual people, and then somebody at the end will get 12 pizzas. It's the certificate that gives them pizza for a year, one per month. That's kind of how we'll do it. But I did want to kind of put the Marco's logo up there because they are the sponsors. They're the one that's going to be mailing out. Basically, they've selected winners, and we're going to send those certificates via our sales department. They're going to send them out, as Lynn Old got one last week. Now, here is the first two winners in no particular order. This is for a large pizza that has one topping, but it's just one single pie. This goes to Brenda Sims from Yorktown. Congratulations to Brenda. Kathy Patterson of Virginia Beach. You have just won some free pizza. Hope you'll get a chance to share it. It'll be arriving in the mail. And again, when you get the certificate, I always tell people, if you get a Marco's or a WTKR letter in the mail, don't throw it away because you would be throwing away food. We don't want you to do that. But know that the pizza certificate is only valid at these 6 locations. And if you don't win tonight, you can always get half off your pizza. There's the half full, half empty. I'd say that's the half full best idea, that you get half off your pizza. But if you don't know already, these are the 6 locations that are giving away the free pizza. Now, if we go to number 3 and number 4, it's Chesapeake and Newport News on the screen. I got Cherie McLendon and I believe Janine Vasquez from Newport News. Congratulations to you both. You also have won a large pizza, one topping. Awesome, love it. Glad that you're here. Also, Jay Nash Jr. of Ahoskie. Well, that's a bit of a drive, but Jay, if it's worth it to you, if you're in the area, I mean, surely somebody would have put your name. Maybe you put your name in the list, but your name was drawn. So Jay Nash Jr. has won a free pizza from Marco's. We are very thankful for him. Jennifer Byram of Chesapeake. There is now 2 locations in Chesapeake. Jennifer, you have 2 options. You can actually go to the one that's on Battlefield Boulevard, South Battlefield Boulevard, now open, or the Kempsville Road Chesapeake store. They both work, and they would both be able to honor your certificate. I got a couple more here. Joan Bernstein and Robert Rowlands of Virginia Beach, both winners of a free pizza with one topping from Marco's. And if you've never tried Marco's, I hope you'll share it. It is the holiday season. Tis the season to be jolly, but you can also give away to some friends and neighbors or just some family members who might be interested in some pizza. So that'd be kind of cool. And not last but not least, but of the individual pies, I got 9 and 10. One from Chesapeake, one from Virginia Beach. That would be Tamara Burnham of Chesapeake. Just won a free pizza from Marco's, one topping as well. And William Wren from Virginia Beach, congratulations to you. You just won a free pizza. How cool is that? I think that's awesome. Big shout out to Marco's. Thank you for being generous during the holiday season because, I mean, let's face it, a lot of us, at least if you're like me, when Cyber Monday comes around, I get all excited. I got free shipping. Well, you know, free shipping. How about half off your pizza? That's pretty cool just from watching a live stream. I don't know who's doing that, but we've been doing this since May, and I'm very thankful for your attention to it. Now, the big winner, the free Marco's pizza for a year, has to come with, I believe, some confetti. All right, the big winner of the free Marco's pizza for a year comes from Suffolk. Wow, Kimberly Ellis. That surprises me. We got a Suffolk winner. Someone from Suffolk has just won free pizza for a year. Kimberly Ellis, congratulations to you. I hope if you're within the sound of my voice, or maybe somebody knows you, they will notify you immediately. Word of mouth travels faster, I would imagine, than snail mail, but you're getting a certificate by snail mail, and it'll be coming to your mailbox soon. And when you do receive it, you'll be able to use this certificate immediately. You'll be able to use it in December if you get it in time, and if not, you can always use it in December of 2026. But you will still get 12 total pizzas. Even if you get it this month, you'll get it through the November of 2026. You're getting one large, one topping pizza every month for free. Your name, Kimberly Ellis, will go here. You'll get the certificate and you'll be able to use it. So I'm very thankful for you. I hope if you're on the call, if somebody can congratulate some of the winners, I know that I'm thrilled that you guys are here. Let's get back to the weather because that's what we're here for. I just want to reiterate, again, I'm going to be off tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so I'm doing my best to give you the best intel I can about the weather and what's going to be likely coming down the road as well. I did mention today's high was 56 in Norfolk. Tomorrow I expect it to be around 57. The record high is 77 from 1990. This is a big jump. This was 12 degrees warmer than yesterday. So if it felt a little bit chilly to you yesterday at 44, it's not your imagination. The normal high is about 54. Well, it was yesterday. Today's normal high is 53. So it keeps going down, but we've had now a total of 6 days above normal, which are the red squares, and 16 below normal squares, where we're likely to get more of the blue squares before the end of the month. I think the 29th and 30th is when it's really going to start to fall back down. Now, if you have anybody that's flying into town tonight, or maybe headed someplace far away, the only big concern, it would appear, in terms of airport delays would be San Francisco, where they're over 2 hours and 7 minutes behind schedule. That might be an average, but these are average airport delays. I'm kind of curious, are we seeing some problems in California? There is certainly a storm system that's going to be pounding the state of California, has been and will continue in the coming days. This is what's actually affecting areas right now. What looks like it's part of Northern California. San Francisco clearly has some rain around San Jose and Richmond and Sacramento, maybe to the south. There's San Francisco. So they've got the big delay. And maybe people are having a hard time getting in and out of that airport. Maybe you're not in the airport or going to be headed towards San Francisco. Maybe it's Vegas. Maybe you got family that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you're in the military. Things look pretty quiet there. No rain in the Great Lakes at point. Essentially now it's moved over towards southern New England where they're getting some snow, it would appear, in parts of New Hampshire. And Boston's getting some snow right now. Kind of curious to know what you would like to see. I got a note from Taj Brown. Thank you, Taj, for sharing that with us. As he's noted here, congratulations, all the winners. And to Lynn Ohl from last week, glad that he's having a chance to enjoy free pizza. And then I got Kim Thompson Jones saying congratulations to all the pizza winners. Let me keep moving. It is now 8:06, so we will now have access to the 8 o'clock temperatures that I get some new ones here as I'll share them with you. There they are. It's 45. Now, some of you might be thinking, I thought you said the low would be about 45. It is, but don't be surprised if it starts to climb. Portsmouth's at 49, 42 Suffolk. We're pretty much probably near or around the low point of the night because if we don't hold fairly steady, you can see it's 50 in Windsor, 52 in Emporia, 52 in Jackson. So we may very well hold steady or rise slightly between now and tomorrow morning. 50 right now in Pittsburgh. It's 59 in Knoxville, where I spent 15 years and have a lot of folks that are still watching me on Facebook there. Wish them the happiest of holidays, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. 53 in Hatteras, and it's 38 colder degrees in the Big Apple at this hour. But I've mentioned to you, if we're going to tap into the cold, I need to see it. Some of you are like the doubting Thomases. I need to see it to believe it. If that's the case, there's some negative 17s and negative 11s in parts of Canada. Is it any wonder eventually some of that cold air has the potential, if a highway is paved, it'll make a run down here. And you can see that based on the future temperatures at 5,000 feet. Focus on the white and blue areas. It dips all the way down to the Great Lakes and all the way down to South Carolina. Oh my, that's before the end of the year. And then it really turns cold around January 1st. So you may say, man, be careful. I say, be careful what you wish for. You say, I didn't get my white Christmas. Maybe I'll get a white New Year's. We'll see. It's too early to say for certain. But I can tell you the confidence of cold air around New Year's is growing. And you need cold air to make snow. That's a no-brainer. But just because you have the cold air, because cold air is inherently dry, but if you have a storm system in the neighborhood, sometimes it can be a great marriage of snow. If you like snow, you might like what we still have potential for. I mean, look at the Climate Prediction Center. They've done an about face from west to east, right? We are above normal, above normal. All we were seeing are this little above normal red paint bomb. Now it's been pushed over toward the four corners, and now through the 2nd of January, it's now what? It's below normal, and that includes Florida. So I know that there's going to be some people who think that winter's done, but it's not. I think we could probably declare winter done by the time we get to the 19th, which is Dr. King Day, 20th, 22nd, somewhere in there. By the time we get to the end of January, we might say there's not a lot of evidence to suggest that cold air will be around, and maybe that's the case. Hey, by the way, it is now 8:09. I'm just wrapping things up, but we're in the low 50s tomorrow for the Eastern Shore, 52 for Bloxham, Saxes, Chincoteague 51, 50 for Onancock and Exmoor. Cape Charles with lots of sunshine should be nudging 50 degrees tomorrow. If you're in the Outer Banks, 55 for Kill Devil Hills and Manio and Wanchese, 56 for Nags Head and Duck, about 54 there. Rodanthe 56 could easily nudge 60 for Ocracoke and 59 for Hatteras come tomorrow. I do want to point out that when we see these colors, if you're a weather nerd like me, you probably have them memorized. But anything that's dark green would suggest isolated severe, and that's what we're going to see a perpetual case of in the state of California. If you look around the lower 48, you don't see much color through now and sunrise 7 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, but they've got some issues in green from Monterey to San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara. You look back home, there's really nothing back here, so we don't have any concerns for weather that would be of note. But severe weather threat for Wednesday continues in parts of California over Fresno, Los Angeles, back toward Monterey, and if you can see nothing going on in the rest of the country. But last but not least, Thursday, same thing. This is Christmas Day, mind you. So if Christmas Day is any indication, most of us have quiet weather, no severe weather, except California. So if you hear it in the news that they've got some strong storms in LA, Monterey, it's not what they would expect necessarily at Christmas time, but that's what they got. That's what they got in the forecast. Now let me go through our forecast. Lots of clear skies tonight. You can see the winds more of a west-southwesterly direction at 7. Once we move into about tomorrow morning, it may be more northwesterly, but we will have sunshine to start, maybe a touch of fog as well. By noontime tomorrow, still nice and bright, and we'll finish your Wednesday, Christmas Eve afternoon, around 57 degrees with sunshine. But by the time Santa is up in the air, 11 o'clock at night, I see more clouds for him to navigate, and you can see by the time we hit 7 a.m. Thursday, this model, which is one of the different ones we were looking at, European and the GFS, this is the graph model. So this is suggesting we got quite a bit of rain coming down from I-64. 7 a.m. is when a lot of folks, especially the little kids, are probably waking up mom and dad and saying, hey, tug, let's go open some presents. It's 7 o'clock. I don't want to wait anymore. You know what I'm talking about, the real little kids. So 7 a.m., this is what it may look like. Clouds for everybody, but rain for some. And that's the key. So if this is what verifies, so be it. But again, we take it at 8 or 9. This model is still pretty aggressive with a downpour in orange and yellow from anywhere from Williamsburg to Smithfield back to Franklin and all the way down toward Gatesville and Elizabeth City. So this is 9 a.m. Does this characterize your entire Christmas day? No, not at all. Just the opposite. Again, like today, it's really wait 5 minutes, wait 5 hours, right? In some cases, from about 7 in the morning, now you're at noontime, and what's happened? It's cleared out, all right? Does this mean this will verify? We'll see. Like I said, I've already shown you the European model doesn't think it's going to hold. We could get a few spritzes, maybe some Virga that would evaporate before reaching the ground, but this one is way up there like the GFS. The NAM is dry, or was, this afternoon, and then the graph is a little more sulky. And then by 4 o'clock, the clouds return with some spots of rain dropping down toward Bertie County and Ahoskie. So we had a winner for pizza from Ahoskie. I believe it was Jay Nash Jr. He might have a shower, it seems like, between 6, 7, 8 o'clock Thursday, Christmas night. And then it's out of here. But then there will be more rain coming back on Friday. By the way, it's 8:13. I want to wrap things up. Wednesday morning, lots of sunshine, a little bit of fog. You like how I did the little bit of fog through the graphic there. 41 Peninsula, 46 North Carolina, and 45 South Side. Tonight's lows, again, may rise a little bit or hold steady in the mid-40s, about 46 for Hertford and Chesapeake, 46 in Newport News. Chesapeake may have dipped below that already, but will come back. 60 in North Carolina, 51 Peninsulas, 57 South Side. Looking for a high in Williamsburg at 60. May have a hard time in Cape Charles, getting above 50. So I have Cape Charles at 50. Williamsburg, 60, and a pair of 6s in Edenton and Ahoskie. Conway, Windsor about 67, 56 for Corolla, Nags Head about 56, Norfolk 57. Here's your first warning. WTKR News 3 7-day forecast. 57 tomorrow, 59 on Christmas. Merry Christmas. A couple of showers may return, especially later in the day on Friday over the peninsulas. Maybe more favored for the rain on Friday as well. But then Saturday, spots of rain, 55, mainly dry. And most of Sunday will be dry, but by the time people are back in their vehicle, traveling back from wherever they came, like family members from out of town, they might be dodging raindrops on Sunday evening before the temperatures begin to fall like a stone on Monday. 58 might come at midnight, it might come at 7 a.m. Timing will be key, but be prepared to grab a heavier coat, because come Tuesday, I think we're in the 20s. We'll be lucky to hit 41 for a Tuesday afternoon temperature. Does that make sense? I'm just trying to make it all kind of pull it all together at 8:15 here. I know it's a Tuesday and a lot of folks are busy. Let's see. I got Taj. Love his little emoji. He's got the cool stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you so much. And he wanted to say, everybody, congratulations again on the pizza. Glad he's here. And let's see here. I got Kim. Maybe she's holding out for a white New Year's, right? We had what did we have? We had a white Veterans Day. I guess snow was in the pre-dawn hours. We got it on the 8th of December. If you're keeping track, maybe we get some more snow by January 1st. Some of them would love that. Some would say, I'm over it, ready for summer. I had somebody in the building tell me the other day, I'm ready for summer. So I get it. Some people don't have the threshold for the super cold air. I get it. It is a preference. I fully understand that for sure. Okay, I got some other notes here. Great pictures, by the way. Red-tailed hawk. These are called our happy shots. This comes by way of Lynn Cherry. She's one of our WTKR photographers. Red-tailed hawk in Hampton. Love it. She captured this not that long ago. And Newport News with a Hilton Pier sunset from Sandra Dean Snyder. Doesn't that just warm your heart? I love it. It's kind of like a holiday sunset here locally in Newport News. And last but not least, I like Lisa Haynes' extra work there. She put the Merry Christmas overlooking the Virginia Beach Town Center. Isn't that sweet? The skyline of Virginia Beach Town Center on your screen, looking really, really cool. I like it. Maybe you do too. Mentioned that the clouds have pulled away, so we've got a clear night tonight. We're going to have a bright day tomorrow, but 57, 59, 48 the next 3 days. Just remember, as I'm very thankful for all of you, I don't know if there is something that this Christmas you were hoping for, but in many ways, simply the fact that we have each day is a gift. We have more gifts than we can count. Many of us do anyway, and I'm very thankful for all of you. So have a great holiday. Be sure to look out and check on your neighbors, because sometimes they might be lonely and they could really use some words of encouragement. That might be another great way to help our neighborhoods. Anyway, my name is David Aldrich. Don't forget, it doesn't matter if the weather is sunny or serious. Every day is a gift. Make the most of it in your neighborhood. I'll see you next week. Take care.